Liverpool taking on Spurs. Mathematically, Spurs are still within a shot of a top 4 finish. Not going to rule Liverpool out right now as we take a look at the odds as well.
Wait a second. Last time we discussed this...
We're seeing the odds here, and then let me tell you,
I feel as though there's a bit of bait being thrown in the water.
Coming up at the weekend, there's no bait being thrown here at all because even Stevie thinks Liverpool are going to win this game.
Well, let's be honest. They're playing against a team that, right now, you have. If we thought we weren't sure what we were going to get from Spurs previously, what chance have we got trying to figure it out now, this late in the year? I mean, this is a team that is... It looks like it doesn't know how to win. It's forgotten how to win and just can't rely on Harry Kane and Young Sung to get them out the mire.
Showed some fight against United in that second half.
Yeah, but they waited till they were 2-0 down, which they were famous for under Conte, waiting till they were 2-0 down. And they did it again, and he wasn't even there. So, listen, Liverpool at Anfield will score goals, no question. I don't think Liverpool will keep a clean sheet. Listen, they lost 2 at home to Nottingham Forest last weekend. So, will Liverpool keep a clean sheet? No. But I'll tell you what, there's one team that won't either. Tottenham Hotspur, defensively. I mean, Eric Dyer, for me, I'm sorry, may have been pretty good at one time. I just don't trust him at the back at all.
OK. Do you trust Liverpool to potentially finish 4th this season?
Hold on, what did you say the last time?
I'm going to pack it in. Yeah, they're too far behind United. They're 7 points behind United, right? So United's got to lose 3 times. With how many games left? 6? 5? That's not happening. And Liverpool has to win every single game. Do you think that's going to happen? So, no, I don't see it.
Who's in the top 4 at the end of the season for you, Kieran?
How it is now. I don't see Spurs getting there. I just think that they just rely too much on Kane and Son, and if they're not at it, then the only thing you can guarantee with Spurs is that they're going to probably go behind in the first half and then, try and get back into the game in the second half. That's literally been their pattern, unbelievably, this season. It's happened so many times. But I just don't know if I would want to see them in Europe. Like, I just don't. They just don't excite me. I don't look at the weekend fixtures and I see Spurs and I think, oh, no, I've got to watch that game. The way they set up. I think when the system that they play, you have to be so specialised to play that system. Only a few teams have really managed to make that system work over the years. I remember a Chelsea team that did it when they had Hazard and he was just unbelievable. But it's just so hard to get that system to work. To actually achieve and get success in that system is so hard. And I just don't know if they have the right personnel. They just sit so deep. Even at home. And I'm just like, I just don't want to see that in the Champions League. And then Liverpool, it's just unfortunate that they've just run out of steam this season. I mean, it's not surprising after their efforts over the last few years. It happens. It's just unfortunate that they've just been that bad that they'll probably miss out this year. So, yeah.
If it is no Champions League football for Spurs next season, what should Harry Kane do, Kieran?
I mean, at this point, how old is he now? 31? Harry, I just think he's just
he's going to be 30, right? And he's going to be 30 on his next birthday.
He's going to be 30. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to see him at United because I think that he's probably the best chance of getting United back to how they were. But I just don't think he's going to go. I just think he loves the club too much. They'll probably offer him a massive contract because Levy knows he'll have to. Otherwise, the place is just going to fall apart, and they've just gone and built a crazy stadium. And I just think that without him, it just looks ugly for Spurs. So they'll do everything they can to keep him. I think he'll stay.
Kieran, you've played with him, you've played against him. Do you think he's going to be satisfied if he is to see his career out with Tottenham Hotspur?
It'll be a Spurs. I mean, he's a Spurs legend anyway, but he'll be Tottenham's probably greatest ever player. Yeah. yeah, Tottenham's greatest ever player. And I mean, hopefully, if they improve, it'll break the Premier League record. I feel like there's more of a chance of him breaking the Premier League record at United than if he stays at Spurs. That's the only thing. And I think he's probably got his eye on those kind of accolades now at this stage in his career. But yeah, it could go either way. I don't know what he's thinking over the summer. If I was him, I'd be going to United and trying to win leagues and win Champions Leagues and stuff.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Just you say if you were him, that's what you'd be wanting to do. I think it is a case of better the devil you know for Harry Kane with Spurs.
Well, you like getting punched in the face every Saturday.
What?
I mean, that's basically what he's been. Harry Kane's been getting punched in the guts and in the face and you name it for the last 10 years at Spurs.
But if he goes somewhere else and it doesn't work out for him, he'd think, well, at least I was a legend.
Well, put yourself in a position where you've got an opportunity that might work. Because he's putting himself right now in a spot where it's not going to work. He's not going to win in at Tottenham Hotspur. Not a chance. So, yeah, you never guarantee anything in football. But what Harry Kane can do is take himself to another team who's in a better position to win some silverware so that he can add that to his goals and his appearances for Tottenham. And when I say he keeps getting punched in the face, how many times have Tottenham then, oh, Tottenham's there, oh, they're just about to get something, oh dear, here we go. Somebody pulls the rug away. Oh, they've got Moreno. Yes, he's a serial winner. Oh, let's bring in Conte. And this guy wins. I mean, seriously, he must be fed up every Saturday after the game, sitting in his spot, taking his gear off, thinking, oh, gee, when's this ever going to work?
Because obviously he's well aware of the talent that he possesses, Ali. Would he be satisfied seeing out his career, knowing he has that talent with Spurs?
He shouldn't, because I can certainly... I mean, I hope that in his mind, first and foremost, when you play this game and you play it at this level, is to win. That's the motivation. I hope that the motivation is not an individual scoring record. As impressive as that may be, I hope that the motivation first and foremost is, can I be part of a winning team? Whoever has played at whatever level, the most important and significant memory that you will have of that team and most enjoyable time is when your team have won. There is no second to that, and there is no contract in the world that guarantees that. That winning feeling is especially bonding environment within that locker room. And to share that with your teammates, it is the greatest accomplishment for any player at any level. The individual accolades come and go. This records and conversation about what he does and doesn't do in terms of the goal scoring record, so be it. But winning is the thing that I think should be the motivating factor when you make a decision as this. And so my last point about Harry Kane would be this. We're going to have to stop feeling sorry for Harry Kane and the fact that he's getting punched in the face, as you're talking, Stevie, because he has had opportunities to go elsewhere and to go and explore other possibilities that would give him a better chance to win more consistently. And he has chosen to stay at Spurs. Here is yet another opportunity coming up where it feels like it is the right time. It is now or never for him to take this jump. It is now up to him. And if he doesn't, then I think we all should come to terms with the idea of he's okay with not winning. That's a referendum on him as a professional and for him as a player. He's okay with not winning. He's looking for something else. He finds happiness somewhere else. For us, on the outside looking in, selfishly, we would like to see him in a bigger stage, in a stage that gets the best out of him and forces him and his team into opportunities to win something that matters.
Kieran, what's it like for a defender to come up against Harry Kane?
Well, firstly, I agree with Ali, by the way. I think we all, just as football fans, just like the thought of Harry Kane like going through his career and just not winning anything is just so crazy. I mean, how good of a player is he even for the fact of how he's carried Spurs. Like, to do it year after year in the teams that he's played with, it's just remarkable. It is really remarkable. But yeah, to play against a nightmare because he's probably one of them players, not like a Haaland where he's got like pace and he's just so clever the way he uses his body, and you'll be in a game against him and you'll think that, you know, he's not that dangerous. There's other dangers on the pitch that you need to be aware of, but he is by far and been by far the most dangerous player for Spurs over the last however many years.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.